Back in 2017, I ran across this TED Talk by Cesar Kuriyama. He spoke about this project where he was recording 1 second of his life every day. The idea was that by the end of the year, you'd literally be able to see your life flashing before your eyes. I decided to give it a shot, and I haven't stopped for the last 6 years. But this isn't about me. This is about you, and why you should start your own 1 second every day video. One of the best reasons to start a project like this is because there's a really low barrier to entry. All you really need is your phone and literally 1 second of your day where you're willing to record something in your life. There is an app that makes this even easier. If you're a little bit like me and you're kind of a control freak about your creative projects, or you have more experience in video editing, then you might want to do it in Premiere or in Final Cut Pro. But the app works wonders, and it's a perfect way to get started even if this is your very first video that you've ever created. The second reason why I love this project is because it really does help you remember the little things. As the saying goes, enjoy the little things in life because one day you'll look back and realize they were the big things. It's easy to remember the big stuff, but we can often forget the little moments that actually make up the bulk of our lives. You might think, oh, my life is too boring, I don't have that much to record, but I promise you, you'll look back on these little moments just as much, if not more, than the big ones. I've had years where I paraglided off of cliffs and sandboarded down dunes in the Sahara and sat front row at concerts. But really, it was the boring days living in the suburbs or the times I hung out with my roommates in San Francisco that I find myself the most taken aback by when I rewatch some of my older videos. Practical tips for a better video. Number 1, learn basic cinematography and camera work. I'm talking about simple things like framing and the rule of thirds. Even if you're just using a phone, these can make a really big difference. Number 2, use moving shots. It gives that feeling of a life in motion, whereas too many static shots can feel flat. Number 3, try to use variety. Don't film 2 food shots back to back, although I admit I did this a lot in my early years. Number 4, choosing subject matters. Most engaging subject matters are usually people. This can be literally any human you interact with in the day, or if you're by yourself, you can just take a quick video of your own face. It can be pretty wild just to see how you've changed over the years. Also, consider any objects or settings unique to that moment in time. For example, if you've been loving LaCroix lately, or you've been playing Legends of Arceus like I've been doing, then you can showcase that as well. It might seem boring in the moment, but I can promise you in 2 or 3 years' time, you're gonna forget that you even like these things. Number 5, prioritize horizontal video. Horizontal is best, but you can also use a vertical shot in a pinch by zooming in, using 2 shots side by side, or just layering a blurry background behind it. Now, if you're looking for extra credit, there's also ways to stretch your creative muscles. I might spend 7 days straight at my desk, but instead of 7 of the same shots, one is what I'm working on, another is of my coffee, another might be me totally giving up. Although this isn't necessary by any means, and if you find it easier or more accurate to just take 7 clips of the same thing 7 days in a row, by all means do it. And just as a disclaimer, you don't actually need any of this. Take bad videos, take blurry videos, just do something. If it works for you, that's all that matters. My 1 second videos, especially the early ones, are no work of art, but they were my intro into videography, and they're what introduced me to editing apps and got me to where I am today. Don't worry about perfection. I forget at least 5 or 10 videos every single year, if not more. None of my videos have been any less special because of that. And I can tell you, no one, not my friends, not my family, not random strangers on the internet, have even noticed. Don't be like everyone else who procrastinates and tells themselves, I'm gonna start next year, and then when the time comes, they find some excuse for why they still can't do it. Seriously. Start today. If anything, it'll give you some time to practice and get used to the idea of filming every day before you commit fully. If there's one thing I really want you to take away from this video, it's that your future self will thank you. You can't know it now or even a year from now, but after a few years have passed and some of those memories start to fade, you'll find yourself looking back on those old videos with a sense of awe. You'll be reminded of how far you've come and why you're even doing this in the first place. Then, if you're lucky, one day you'll be able to literally see your life flash before your eyes. If you like this video and you're ready to get started on your own 1 second a day project, I have a couple linked here that I've done in the past to get you started with some inspiration. But otherwise, get started today. Film something, film yourself watching this video. That can be your first day. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you always know when new videos are coming out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.